Hi guys, welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm E,
I'm D.
and today we're going to talk about a Kardashian, Jenner adjacent topic. This is all related to them, this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but we like the dramas, sort of, you know, more so a lot these days. So today we're going to talk about Dr. Angela White, aka used to be Blac Chyna. And she's doing a couple things. And according to the internet, she's selling a lot of her possessions
Right.
because she's trying to make ends meet. Um, I don't know. We'll just jump in. So, according to BuzzFeed, last year, Blac Chyna, who now goes by her real name, Angela White, took to social media to claim that she's been forced to sell three cars of hers because she was receiving no support as a single mother. Of course, if you guys don't know, she has a daughter, Dream, with Robert Kardashian. That's why this is a Kardashian adjacent topic.
Yeah.
And Tyga, which used to go out with Kylie, and now it's Avril Lavigne. But Avril Lavigne used to go out with Brody, who steps, that whole cycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have Tyga and Blac Chyna have a son named King. So she wants child support from all of them.
Yeah.
So she says yesterday, which was last year, I had to give up three of my cars, my reasons, morals, beliefs, being a single mother, no support. I'm a mama. She tweeted at that time. I recapped, she has two kids with Tyga and Rob Kardashian. And both of her children's fathers publicly put her on blast on a tweet, commenting on Instagram also about his ex claims. Tyga wrote, I pay $40,000 a year for my son's school and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL. Shortly afterwards, Roberto, he echoed, I paid 37K a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday to Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL. Let us know what you think in the comments before I continue.
Yeah.
Did y'all type that fast? All right. Um, all right. Angela addressed the situation earlier this year during an appearance on the Jason Lee show, where she maintained that she finds it crazy that Tyga and Rob don't pay her child support. She then explained that because of how active the two men are in the kids' lives, she really didn't legally request their finances.
Well, okay. So in July of this year, it was reported that Angela had requested child support from Tyga in new court documents, which were obtained by multiple outlets at the time. In the legal filings, Angela is asking for joint legal and physical custody of their son to be split between herself and Tyga. The documents purportedly add the court may make orders for support of the children and issue an earnings assignment without further notice to either party. Ooh, it is unknown exactly how much child support Angela has requested from Tyga, but he wasted no time making his feelings about the whole thing incredibly clear. In fact, Tyga called out his ex in the comments of an Instagram post by the Shade Room, where he reiterated his claims from last year that Angela barely spends any time with their son. He wrote in response to the court filing, 10 years later, nah, stick to your schedule, Saturday through Monday. As part of the ongoing custody case, Angela filed an income expense declaration on Monday where she told the court that she has been forced to resort to selling her personal items to make ends meet. In court documents obtained by Page Six, Angela reportedly says that she has made over $178,000 selling clothing, purses, and shoes, mostly via the company The Real Real. This profit has somewhat supplemented my plummeting business sales, she said, before going on to add, it is only a temporary solution as I will eventually run out of items that I can sell as the result of her financial struggles. Angela, who retired from OnlyFans in March, is also said to have requested $125,000 from Tyga to cover her legal and accounting fees. Angela has claimed that Tyga is refusing to communicate directly with her about their son or provide information such as his health records, where he lives, and where his school is. However, sources have told TMZ that Angela actually does know where Tyga lives and that King has his own line of communication to his mom that she has easily accessible access to. They also added that Tyga pays for King's private school tuition, medical bills, and most everyday living expenses. Well, then,
Hmm.
what do we think?
Well, well, well. I had to look up, well, it's no surprise. We know our girl, I'm gonna call her Blac Chyna back then. Blac Chyna had an OnlyFans account.
Right,
So, as far as I knew, she was one of the highest grossing OnlyFans content creators. That's what I'm gonna call it.
right,
So I just looked it up, and this says she became famous for her racy content on the platform. Blac Chyna, they give some descriptions, has deactivated her OnlyFans account, which reportedly earned her 240 million in 2021,
what?
citing it as a dead end gig. And then
That's
this one here says currently top earning OnlyFans creator is Blac Chyna. This is from what year? 2023. Who reportedly makes as much as 20 million per month through the subscription based platform. Let's see what else.
20 million?
20 million. There's another one. There's another article headline that says Blac Chyna reportedly made 240 million on OnlyFans. 240 million is here a lot, or 20 million per month in 2021. So 240 million in 2021. Girl, what
That's a
happened?
lot of money.
I mean, I know that with that lifestyle, you make a lot, you spend a lot,
Yeah,
but if your business sales were declining, it wasn't declining from one year to another. If
right.
you knew that your baby daddies weren't giving you any money,
Mhm.
like what happened to saving for a rainy day? I mean, those
Right.
are like that's just like incomprehensible to me now,
Yeah.
And if you knew, I know this is kind of mean, but if you knew that you wanted to be out of that lifestyle, that lifestyle was making you so much money, why didn't you just save up? Because you knew that your new lifestyle is way different
Yeah.
and wasn't going to produce those kind of funds.
Yeah.
In addition, I think that Blac Chyna might be broke because she's trying to literally keep up with the Kardashians. Can you imagine having a daughter? Well, Tyga, he's a rap. Rob. Can you imagine uh having a family like that could give your daughter literally anything that they want?
Anything. Yeah.
Like your daughter is spending, I guess, most of the time with Rob, aka Chloe. She
Yeah.
sees all the lavishness. We've seen the parties, like how extravagant everything is, the
Yeah.
gifts, the aunts, the notoriety. I think probably she was trying to keep up with that lifestyle, and she can't. It's unattainable. Like she doesn't have the success that the Kardashians do, or the connections, or this or that. She
Right.
she stayed in this little realm. Whereas, somebody like Kim, used her past and transcended out of it.
Yeah.
So I think she was trying to just keep up with them, and that's why she's going bankrupt. But it's not Tyga's fault to pay those accounting fees and those legal fees. Like
Yeah.
she's not taking responsibility, I
Yeah.
think. What do you think?
Um, why are you paying $40,000 for somebody's school? They ain't in college. That's weird. That was my first takeaway.
You're in private school.
Still, why? And what kind of job does Rob have? Who's really paying for Dream School? Chloe or Chris? Anyway,
I
so
mean, Rob has that Arthur George sock line. I think he has a couple little businesses here and
who
there.
buys his socks?
Somebody.
I promise you, it's not enough people.
While you're ranting, I'm gonna look this up.
Right. So okay, like I have all the thoughts. So Angela, my girl, I'm happy that you wanted to reset your life, go on a different path. Everybody's entitled, to do that. Good for you. Great. Wonderful. But you were very short-sighted and you didn't plan ahead. And you probably assumed that now that you were turning to God, the courts would see you as some kind of a holy woman that deserved the money of these men the legal way, not the OnlyFans. So
That's legal too, ish. Right?
anyway, so I really believe that she did not think clearly, and she made, this assumption that she would just be able to get, money that she's clearly not entitled to.
Mm-hmm.
Do not have, like, let's say she was Tyga in this situation. Tyga would be the one having to pay child support if he only has his kid for like 2 days, 3 days out of the week. Tyga would be paying child support. It is hilarious that Angela White is not the one paying child support when she doesn't have her child full time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's how the legal system worked when it came to this. I'm confused as to, like, if that was the judge, I'd be like, man, you sure you want to do this? Because if you want to do this, we gonna charge you for some child support, And
Yeah.
honestly, it's really, to me, disappointing because it's like you're claiming you've turned a new leaf, you're going in a different path, but here you are begging for money essentially. Why are you not working for it? Like, why, when there are millions and millions of women around the world who literally have a job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs to make ends meet, why are you sitting there claiming that, oh, it's so terrible, I had to sell, 3 different cars? Bro, people sometimes don't even have one. People have to take public transportation. You have mothers that don't get a dime in child support, and they still do what they gotta do. How about you hit up Tyga's ex-wife, Jordan Craig, who's Tristan Thompson's first baby mama? See how she's making it work when she ain't getting no child
Kardashian
support.
adjacent.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's very disappointing for me that she's really out here, like, in her heart, she believes she deserves this money. But it's like, no, because if the roles were reversed, you'd be the one having to pay child support, ma'am.
Yeah.
So it doesn't add up to me. And, it sucks, yeah, that, like, in the case with Rob and everything, that, your daughter gets all these things on their side that you can't provide. And I know that's gotta suck because, like, of course you'd want to be able to have her feel like there's no difference. But there is. And you know what? That might actually be for the best for that little girl. So the fact that you're here, instead of trying to be a better mother, you're just trying to, like, hustle these men for money. Like, how is that any different than your OnlyFans and your stripper days? Like,
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't know we were going there.
I'm
But I I don't know why she is deciding to go after this. So again, with Tyga, he pays 40K a year for his son's school and lives with him Monday through Saturday. That
right.
means King is only with her
One
one
day.
day. Rob says, I paid 37K a year for my daughter. I have her Tuesday through Saturday. I paid for all her extracurricular activities and every single medical expense. I think she has it good. Like more
Yeah.
than like 99% of the mothers maybe, like that are like single
Oh,
moms, I guess. Maybe even moms that are with the daddy, and not and struggling financially. Like she doesn't have to worry about the kids eating. That was slang. She doesn't have to worry about the kids eating. She doesn't have to worry about how are they going to school or can they afford this. All their medical bills are paid. They're well-rounded individuals, it seems, because they go to extracurricular activities. What more could she want? You know? And at the end of the day, they'll eventually turn 18.
right.
what is she gonna do after that?
Right.
It's it's
Shout
still
out
like a
Kevin
cycle,
Federline.
huh?
Shout out Kevin Federline.
Really?
I'm just saying. What you gonna do with your bum no working ass? What you gonna do?
I like this new live view. Usually it's me like saying outlandish things.
I just really find it so disturbing. Like,
Yeah.
really, it is. Like, I know I have a friend that, like, her child is going to be, I believe her child just turned 1 month. She's going back to the office next week or the week after. Like, there's no maternity leave in this country. Women have to go back to work, like, sometimes weeks after giving birth. Weeks. When your doctor tells you that it's going to take you 6 to 8 weeks just to, like, recover, but you still ain't going to feel like yourself. And then let's not even go into, like, postpartum. These things that women in this country and all over the world have to go through. And you're out here complaining because, oh, for that one day that you have your son, for those 2 days that you have your daughter, you can't take them to like what, Burger King to McDonald's? Like, that's not good enough? Like, I don't get it. Chicken nuggets are still chicken nuggets. Like, what's the problem? Why would you want to take them to Noble? Like, why? They're kids. I promise you, those kids are not as concerned about all of the lavish stuff that they're getting from their dad's side, more so about spending time with their mother. Like, that just doesn't. And so she comes off as this very selfish, self-involved, whatever, kind of woman that you could think of. And she's not changed. She's giving me the impression that she's not changed. And so if that's the case, go back to OnlyFans, bro. Like, you was making some money there.
200 and find better accountants because that's girl, give yourself a budget.
I
Like
mean,
why? I think I don't know. I'm here probably talking shit, but I feel like if I was like a multi-millionaire like that, why do I need multiple cars? I can only drive one at a time.
right.
Like
That just
I
doesn't
don't
make
know. I wouldn't find pleasure in some of those. I say that now because I'm kind of broke, but I wouldn't find pleasure in some things like that.
sense.
And like you said, maybe it is good that Dream has a parent that's maybe less wealthy. Oh, Arthur George makes like about 5 million a year, so 40 million plus. Chris Jenner probably pays his housing, and she gave him a house, I think, in one
I
of the
think so.
Kardashian episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
So he all right. 40K, it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. What was my train of thought? I lost it.
That they're basically like, making enough money like to help out these kids. And so for her to like show them a different side of life, that's
Like
beneficial.
the humble side, the
Yeah.
side that they probably need, because if Dream is hanging out with freaking Penelope and them, we know they're a little unruly. I'm just saying they need some discipline.
That
We,
was
we saw we saw the latest episode of the Kardashian. North is over there burning sage. Why do we think that she's burning sage all over her house?
uh, no, maybe she needs
You
to go
know,
visit
I
Angela's
think those kids run amok sometimes.
home.
So Dream
Yeah.
can definitely benefit from
Yeah.
humble, probably. I don't know the kid. I'm not trying to say this or that or parenting. I'm just saying we know the Kardashian and their lifestyle. We need, some down to earth. Like this is for real.
So I mean, honestly, it just seems to me it is so selfish. Like, you're so concerned about getting child support, you're not concerned about actually spending more time with your kid. Like,
Oh, that's true too.
and,
Yeah.
and then okay, let's say the judge grants you 50-50 custody. That means you're gonna be paying half of that 40K, half of that 37K. If you ain't got the money, what you gonna do? Because there's no
You ain't
point.
got the money now, so how are you gonna have the money then?
Exactly. There's no point
Mhm.
because, like, the only reason child support really is even like a thing or whatever is because, like, in cases where primary custody, right, then you would pay some child support. But, like, I want to say that if it's 50-50, I think you just split the stuff. There's agreements and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it makes no sense. Like, you're okay, so you want 50-50 custody, but you want him to pay 100% child support, but you don't work. That's not going to be money for the kid. That's going to be money for you. So how is that fair? If we want to do it like that, then yeah, again, you should be the one paying child support, man. Like, you ain't got the money right now. You're going to come up with that 40K, with the 20K, with whatever medical expenses you can think of. And then not only that, you got 2 kids. So you're going to have to pay child support on 2 kids. How's that going to work?
Another monkey wrench. How would this change affect the kids? Did she ever think
Yeah.
about something like that? You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Or is she doing it because the kids want to spend more time with her? That's something that I would like to know.
Right.
Like, or is she seeing like, they could really benefit from their mom, a mom figure, or, like
Yeah.
here, it all seems like you said, very self-centered, very me, not about the
Yeah.
kids. I just need to survive and you don't need to live in Calabasas or wherever you live in LA.
No.
You can move to, give me a cheap place,
I don't know.
Wisconsin.
Oklahoma?
I said Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, go somewhere where rent is not cheap. Rent is cheap, but you could buy a nice little place. Like,
Yeah. There's just like way too many red flags in all of this. And for her
mhm.
to really go on that show and talk about, I think it's crazy I'm not getting child support. Girl, I think you're crazy. Like, that's it. You're
And then one more thing. So if she claims that she has changed, right? And we've seen the evolution. She's taking out like all her BBLs, all her fillers, and embracing religion and blah 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 blah. A lot of celebrities and a lot of us think that Hollywood is very,
anti all of that.
that's a good way of saying it, very anti all that. So wouldn't you want to be away from those kinds of temptations anyway?
Right.
Like, you're still trying to keep up with the lifestyle. You still want, some aspects of you have changed,
Yeah.
but I think things like that haven't. And that's like a big fundamental thing that I think should have changed.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
like being with a bad crowd. Like, you just got to move away just from all of it.
yeah. No, I
It's
agree.
like, who are we saying that they want to be in and like Courtney? She wants to be famous, but she wants to be, you know,
Her own world.
in her own world and have money, but like not do XYZ or have something on her time, her schedule. It
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. You can't have it both ways. So,
Definitely.
Angela, why you got some thinking to do, girl?
Yes,
Whatever
ma'am.
is best for the kids at this point, not best for you. Girl, you can go make it easy, go find a job or go somewhere.
We raised the minimum wage. So,
They
there you
did.
go.
I don't know.
Right.
You could be Kim Kardashian's assistant or something. I don't know at this point. Do something, girl. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think that she is crazy to be requesting this child support from these men? Like, should we just leave the kids where they're at? They're fine, they're well taken care of. Or do they need this mother figure? Should it be 50-50 custody? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community so your friends could be our friends and we could all be your friends. We also have social media, which Dee will tell you about.
We're on Instagram and TikTok at Hear Me Out DNE. So please make sure you guys follow, like, share, comment. All interactions are always welcome.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.